The Galactic Empire is ruling the galaxy, and it's in possession of a new deadly weapon, the Death Star, powerful battle station capable of destroying an entire planet. The Rebel Alliance put a lot of effort into stealing the plans of the Death Star from the Empire. They learned that a copy of Death Star plans might be held on Danuta, a planet populated mostly by miners and farmers. Kyle Katarn is a former Imperial officer who left the Empire and became mercenary. Mon Mothma hires him to steal the plans for the rebels. Kyle infiltrates the base and finds the plans. Then he delivers them to a landing pad. They are picked up and will be passed to Princess Leia. Soon after that, the Death Star is destroyed, but even as the Alliance celebrates their victory, another sinister plot is set in motion that will become even greater concern for the rebellion. Darth Vader meets with General Maw. They are talking about a new great weapon that will smash the rebels, the Dark Troopers project. Since the test of the new Imperial weapon was successful, the troopers are sent to attack the TAC base on planet Talai. Vader is impressed with their effectiveness, and at the same time, Mon Mothma hires Katarn again to investigate the assault and a weapon that has never been used before by an Empire. Kyle finds the mission interesting, but he asks to assign Jane Eyre as his mission officer. Katarn infiltrates the ruins of the base and discovers a gun that Dark Troopers probably use in combat. He spots the initials MR on the barrel, which are found to stand for Moff Rebus, an infamous Imperial weapon engineer. Now Kyle goes to find Moff, who is hiding somewhere within the Savage system under the city of Anoat. He captures Rebus and brings him for questioning, but he is a tough nut to crack, and only by accidentally barging he reveals that there is an Empire weapon facility on planet Fast. Kyle goes there, infiltrates the base, and steals some samples of the mineral that the Empire is testing out there. The mineral is called Prik, and the only place it can be mined is the Gromas system. And it turns out the Empire has a Dark Trooper Phase 1 factory there. Kyle is sent to Gromas to destroy the facility by placing sequencer charges on the main reactor. The mission is successful, but the rebel spy Krix Madine is compromised by General Maw and Darth Vader. Empire is also aware at this point that it was Kyle Katarn that is responsible for the damage on Gromas. Madine is sent to the detention center in Orinakra, and the general informs Vader that Boba Fett has been hired to get rid of Kyle. Meanwhile, Katarn finds Krix Madine and rescues him. Spy informs rebels that the leader of the Dark Trooper project is General Rom Maw. Kyle actually served under him while he was a part of Imperial Academy. Maw is a hero of Clone Wars and was one of the few generals to oppose the construction of the Death Star because of his disgust of any technology that separates the warrior from the battle and engaging the enemy. Madine also reported that there are 3 phases in Dark Troopers' production process. Next phase takes place in the robotics facility. Katarn is ordered to find it. General Maw, meanwhile, is hiring an unknown underworld kingpin to supply him with smugglers to move his raw goods to the different facilities. One of the roads that smugglers use starts from Reese Head, a spaceport on the planet Kalseti. Kyle goes there and plugs a tracking device at the rear of the smuggler's ship. Rebels track the ship down and it leads them to a remote planet called Antivi. It's lifeless, except of an Imperial construction facility built beneath the surface. Kyle is sent to disable the facility by placing sequencer charges like he did before on Gromas. While infiltrating the base, Kyle encounters a Dark Trooper unit. Katarn manages to destroy it and blows up the facility. Now, every bounty hunter in the galaxy is after him as General Maw puts a generous reward for his head. Meanwhile, Jane Eyre established that ships from Gromas and Antivi led to Nar Shaddaa, a smuggler's den. Kyle goes there and finds Imperial navigational devices, but as he tries to leave the planet, he gets captured by Jabba the Hutt's ship. Hutt orders to execute Katarn by throwing him to a dragon, but Kyle manages to kill the creature and escape. He retrieves his gear, finds Jan, and they both get the hell out of there. Now they need to get a description key to read the Nava card that Kyle stole earlier. The key is located in the Imperial City. The decoder is kept in a large underground vault in the heart of the ISO building. Kyle manages to get there and gets the information he needs. Meanwhile, Jen traces the smuggler's cargo ship's route. It leads to a superstar destroyer, the Executor. So, if Kyle can get to the Executor, he will be able to jump into hyperspace and locate Archammer, which is the third and final facility that produces the Dark Troopers. First, Katarn needs to hijack the smuggler's ship and, pretending he is a smuggler, meet up with the Executor, where he waits until the ship gets to Archammer. While on the place, Kyle jumps into one of the cargo containers and rides inside to the Archammer. Though the facility is highly protected by Imperial troopers and a lot of Dark Troopers as well, he sets 3 sequencer charges on the main generator. When he is about to escape, General Mok shows up in a Dark Trooper armor and tries to kill Kyle. But again, Katarn blaster abilities are better. He manages to defeat an Imperial officer and blows up the Archammer. While Kyle escapes, Darth Vader watches the facility burning down and says to himself that the Force is strong in Katarn. Back at the Mon Mothma ship, Kyle receives a medal from the rebels, and that's how the game ends.